What on earth has been going on with the Bitcoin price and where are we going next? Well, I'm going to start off by taking a quick look at the charts. We'll start off by taking a look at the macro perspective, seeing where Bitcoin's come from, because that's always helpful in forecasting where we think it might go. So if we take a look on the weekly charts here for Bitcoin versus the US dollar, you'll see that it's been a long bear market since the previous highs back in 2021. We formed this perfect cup-shaped pattern, gone through some really deep lows and have come all the way back up to an equal high back in March this year. You can see then we formed a perfect handle pattern. You can see this channel here trending downwards. This is also known as a bull flag, as well as a cup and handle pattern. You can see that we broke out of this perfectly, and since the President Trump has been announced as the new president of the United States, you can see that the price really has just skyrocketed. You can see it's stalled recently, but that doesn't mean it's going to be stalled forever. What do we think it's going to do next? Well, we'll zoom in a little bit here. You can see that over the last couple of days to weeks, Bitcoin has formed this, again, another bull flag here. However, you can also see this as a triangle pattern too. If you excuse the wick down this afternoon from whenever South Korea imposed their martial law, we're actually forming this really tight pattern, which comes up to the weekend. Over the last couple of weekends, we've seen that it's been really bullish for Bitcoin. And it's interesting to see as well that we are tightening up in this range coming into this weekend as well. I would expect over the next couple of days that we'll break out one way or another. You can see here we've got a couple of big events in the calendar. We've got Fed Chair Jerome Powell speaking tomorrow, and we've also got Michigan consumer sentiment preliminaries as well as the US unemployment rates. So a lot of big macroeconomic events happening over the course of the next couple of days. You can see even if we zoom in slightly smaller on this to even the hourly candle, you can see Bitcoin is bounced quite nicely off this range a couple of times and it's broken through this level of resistance, and we're moving forward quite strongly actually in the recent hour. We'll go back to the daily chart too. You can see that yeah, it's all winding down towards Friday, Saturday. Would expect over the next couple of days that we'll move one way or another. We could be going down. We could be going down somewhere to around $91,000. You can see here there's a lot of support and resistance here. This is a big price action zone in this range here. However, if we break up, we're back in the price discovery. Who knows how high Bitcoin can go. If we take a look at some of the altcoins as well, you can see this is for the top 100 altcoins on Crypto Bubbles. It's been a really good day for a lot of cryptos. I don't know about you, but my sentiment certainly hasn't been as green or as bullish as this over the last couple of days. Certainly felt a lot more bearish. I've definitely not felt the same euphoria that I was feeling over the weekend since then, when my portfolio went up substantially in the space of a couple of hours to a couple of days. You can see here there's been some massive gainers. XRP come out of the woodwork over the last couple of weeks to show massive gains, 87% this week. Algorand as well, HBAR, some of the dinosaur coins, and then some of the more new exciting projects like Ondo, Virtuals, having a really successful week this week as well. There's a lot of green in the market, a lot of excitement still happening. So overall, the sentiment, the pressure is all moving in an upwards direction. I do expect and I do hope the price to break out of this pattern in a bullish manner. So we should hopefully be breaking 100,000 US dollars in the not too distant future. You can see as well over the last couple of days, using the funding rate heat map, you can see here that we were slightly over leveraged on cryptocurrencies. You can see we were starting to move into the yellow. Whenever we're on yellow or red or orange, you can see that actually we're a bit too extended. Whenever it comes to Bitcoin funding, that has been flushed out with the recent drop over the last couple of days, back down into the green zone again, which is much healthier, much more sustainable, allowing us to ramp back up again whenever it comes to the pricing. If we take a look at the sentiment, the broader sentiment in the market, you can see that again we're trending down away from extreme greed. We're still just about in extreme greed. However, you can see we're down from 80 yesterday. I remember it was even further up than that a couple of days ago as well, in the sort of mid 80s. So this sort of flush out whenever it comes to the price of Bitcoin definitely feels healthy to me. Pullbacks in a bull market are generally healthy. It allows the price some time to breathe, to recharge. It allows the bulls some opportunities to replenish their supplies and before kicking the price on up again. The other exciting thing as well is that we have just ticked into an altcoin season, as you can see here on the Bitcoin season to altcoin season chart. This is always very exciting. You can see that whenever we get into these kind of ranges, these numbers, it's always been pretty bullish for the altcoin market. If we take a look back, you can see we reached some really exciting highs back in April of 2021, which was around the peak of the last bull market. And if we go back and we take a quick look at some of the other indicators that I like to track for whenever it comes to altcoin season, you can see here the Bitcoin dominance. So the percentage of Bitcoin that takes up the cryptocurrency market has been absolutely tanking over the last couple of days to weeks. You can see that over a long period of time here, we were forming a wedge pattern, a tightening wedge pattern, all the way back from 2022. And you can see that recently Bitcoin broke out of this wedge pattern and has been dropping like a stone ever since. It's dropped into this level of support. You can see there's a lot of price action in and around this range. I would expect maybe a little bit of consolidation here over the next couple of days before a continuation down beneath this range, which will again further support altcoin season. And if we take a look at others, the charts, this is all of the total cryptocurrency market cap excluding the top 10 cryptocurrencies. You can see that we have just broken out of this level of resistance. You can see that comes from both the previous highs earlier on in March this year, all the way back to 2022. So very exciting to have broken out of those. You can see the same cup and handle pattern, a slightly more extreme cup and handle pattern here with the altcoin market. And it looks like we are eyeing up that all-time high for whenever it comes to the total cryptocurrency market cap, excluding the top 10, where it is around $493 billion. So we are moving up there very quickly. There is another level of resistance looking like it's around 447 to $450 billion. So we might see a little bit of a pullback around that range before continuing on again. However, overall, the market does look to me to be incredibly bullish. It looks like it's going to be an exciting couple of days with the Bitcoin price coming out of this wedge pattern either way. But as always, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research. Let's hodl, and hopefully we'll be in for a really exciting next couple of days.